What's up, boys? How you doing? Phil, Hamza, Gurinder, Guggen, what's going on? Welcome. Congrats if you caught Amazon. Just absolute ripper today. Just the only thing to talk about really in the market today. Yesterday we nailed Tesla. Today, almost a lot of people in my stock life nailed Amazon. So congratulations. What's up, Emilio, Papa, Optimus is in here. Congrats to everyone that nailed Amazon. If you didn't catch it, don't FOMO. Don't be worried. There will be another play. You guys seen how many times we've hit Amazon and Tesla in the past. Sophia, how's it going? Nils, what's going on? All right, so let's get into it. What's up, Harmon? How you doing, bro? Spy, we got a big hammer candle here. In the morning, we had this big dump off. T and a couple other members nailed those puts for huge gains. So we gapped up overnight, came into today as the RSI was overbought and the stochastics were overbought. We had a huge dump, and then obviously what we've been warning you guys for weeks. What's up, Rav? How you doing? Been warning you guys for weeks. OPEX has a lot of shenanigans. There's a lot of weird stuff that happens during OPEX. Everything looked bullish this morning. Look at this. Big gap up. Everything looked great. And then all of a sudden we just dumped all the way from 469.50 all the way to 466. So almost more than a $3 move to the downside. What's going on, RS? How you doing, Rav? Ginger's here. So here we going. Big dump in the morning, obviously, just OPEX stuff, normal stuff that happens. What's up, Ginger? And then just a V-shaped recovery. Like, who would have guessed this happens, right? This is OPEX. Again, I've been telling you, keep your positions light this week. We will have a lot of opportunities tomorrow, especially if there's a sell-off tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of plays for the run into Christmas, which I believe is coming. But everything else, like Goldman Sachs said this morning, was a good reminder. Everything else is bullish. Longer-term time frames are bullish. Obviously, we're in an uptrend. Don't fight the trend. A lot of the best traders that I've ever met in my life, they can't fight the trend, so it makes no sense that you're trying. What's up, Sav? How you doing? And we're spies like almost at all-time highs. Huge hammer candle. They bought the dip. Obviously today, everything looks bullish. Everything looks great. The level I'd be watching here is just all-time highs. That's the high 470.65 on SPY. QQQ, same story. Huge dip in the morning. Came down, tested my support here. I was thinking about going long, but financials and SPY were too weak, so I did not long tech, unfortunately. Again, congrats to you guys on Amazon. Big V-shaped recovery right back to all-time highs. It was possible. Yesterday's candle was ugly, so yesterday's candle kind of tricked me out into thinking we weren't bullish. Why do I say that? It's like this dump here. You see this dump? Then we went up, but the bounce didn't get anywhere close to all-time highs, so we went down and lost the lows. That was possible today as well. If yesterday was the top, we could have came down and lost these lows back here. But bulls stepped in, big increased volume. Everyone's buying tech. As long as Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft are running like this market cannot go down, in my opinion. They just have too much market cap. What's up, Ricky? And other than that, I mean, as long as Apple's flying like a penny stock, Amazon's flying to all-time highs almost, Google's flying almost to all-time highs, you know, like how is this market going to pull back? There's no way. Financials weak again today. Let's see if we close outside my little range here. Yep, again. So yesterday was the first day we closed outside this big range that we've been watching since October. And we finally closed below it yesterday, and today followed through to the downside. So banks are super weak here. Obviously, all the bank money is coming into tech. While tech V-shaped to an all-time new all-time high, banks are breaking down here. So banks, keep an eye on banks around 39.04 because you guys know tech is kind of extended. Obviously, it's still bullish, but 39.04 is the 50-day moving average for financials. And if we get down there another 40-ish cents down to 39.04, you might see tech rotation into banks for a while. If they want to keep the bull market alive, they just rotate between the sectors. So tech money can come into banks at 39.04. So keep an eye on that one. I'm going to set a little alert here for myself as well. If we do get down to the 50-day moving average, let's see if the weekly we have any support down there as well. Weekly is 38.32, which is a 21-day. So even the weekly banks, if we close under 39.50 this week on XLF, that's a weekly close below the 8-day moving average, which is pretty bearish. IWM, I did jump it back in those December calls. Last time we rode them from 2 to 12, like 500%. Why did I jump back in? Why did I wait so long? Why was IWM so weak? This is a weekly chart on IWM. We've been basing since March of this year. March, we put in this high of 230, 265, 233, 230, 265, 232, 230, everything under 233, right? So finally, last two weeks ago, we got this huge breakout on nice volume on the weekly on IWM. We took all-time highs, and obviously we're not going to go straight up in a line, guys. So what it did was it pulled back. It almost retested this breakout to the penny, and you guys know how much I love weekly breakout and retest. So it came down. The level was 230, 265 or 233. You can draw a little range here. Obviously the numbers aren't exact always, but the range was between 233, 232-ish area. Today we got down to 233.05, so I figured that's close enough. Now tomorrow we might pull back again to 233, but we have December's. This is not a 5-minute play. This is not a 1-day play. This is not a 15-minute chart play. This is a longer term play. We have like 4 weeks on these calls, and I expect it to reverse off this trend line either probably next week. So we have big weekly breakout, right? Weekly RSI high is a good thing. That means the stock has momentum to the upside. So we have a big weekly breakout, retest of the breakout, and now let's see if we can make a move towards all-time highs. We have 245s for December, and I think we'll get paid on them very nicely. We were patient on that one because I wanted to see the pullback. Last week, at least 15, 20 members asked me, when are you getting back in IWM? When are you getting back in? I'm not buying IWM when there's this much gap between the 8-day and the price. So we waited, came back, tested the 8-day. I wanted to wait longer because of OPEX. If it wasn't OPEX, I probably would have bought this 8-day retest. So we pulled back during OPEX, got our retest, and now let's see if we can fly. VIX here. VIX is strong, guys, still. So you still have to be cautious tomorrow. It is OPEX. I'm not joking. Like, everything does look bullish, but this market turns in a second. You guys know how much premium they take out of options on 1 down day or 2 down days. Your options get destroyed. So you have to be careful here. And if this is the low, look at this pattern that we were watching before. Remember? It put in the low, it put in a higher low, and then it put in a higher low, and it spiked. Let me zoom out a little bit. So what did it do? And then it lost those lows, right? If this is the low now, if this is the low, and now this is a higher low, VIX can still spike. So if tomorrow we get some volatility in the markets, watch the VIX. If it closed above my level, 1950 is the next level. If it spikes tomorrow, it can make a higher high than 1990. So if it wants to change the daily trend, make sure you watch the VIX tomorrow. It's very important. If we want the market to keep ripping, we need the VIX to come back down as well and lose this low of 1492, which is a far way away. So if this is the new higher low, then look for a higher high and another higher low. So make sure you're paying attention tomorrow, because anything is possible. It's Friday. Friday is the actual day that's options expiration. This Amazon, absolutely beautiful. Goldman Sachs, Platinum Sachs, whatever you want to call them, Ricky, they nailed this one to a T. You guys seen how many times we've crushed Amazon in here. If you missed it this time, there's going to be 400 other times you're going to catch it. Don't worry. Higher low and just making higher highs on the way up as well. So let's see where this high is put in. Next level is 37.12, which is the, no, what's the all-time high? 37.73 is the all-time high on Amazon. Other than that, I don't see much support here. Resistance, sorry. Other than that, Amazon looks great. If you guys zoom out, this could be a multi-week, multi-month breakout. Look at this, just tight, just like IWM. Look at this. And if you missed Amazon, if you missed my IWM first, we broke out, retested. So Amazon, if we do break out of this weekly, we will probably pull back and retest. So that's when we can grab it. Oh no. Okay, let me try this one more time. Okay, let me try this one more time, guys. I'm gonna give you right back on. Are you guys good? Can you guys see me? Hear me? Alright, let's get back into it here. I think it's working. She said all good now. Alright, so Amazon, multi-week breakout possible. Even with the IWMs that we called, we We did pull back and retest the breakout level, so wait for that retest and then we can jump back in just like we did with IWM. If you did miss it, don't FOMO in when it's up 130 points for the day, okay guys? Tesla, nothing much today to talk about. Yesterday was the day for Tesla. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't know what's going on. It doesn't do this usually. Let me just try it anyways. You guys, if it lags too much, just watch it on YouTube after. It doesn't lag on YouTube after it's posted. Tesla, we had that big day yesterday. Little consolidation today. It did close above my level of 1089. Tesla can run into next week. So if you want to play Tesla, I would take next week's. All right, guys. Palantir, just absolute dog shit. I was expecting this one to get a contract this week. But, they didn't get that Jedi contract, so price action is looking awful right now. Like you guys seen, we did an equity session about a month or two ago when the price was over here. I wrote this then. I never took it off my chart. If it rips from here over 2750, it can come and retest 2750 more. But yeah, just watch it on YouTube after if it's too much lag, right guys? ASML here looking for all-time highs, especially with the Nvidia earnings just absolutely smashing. ASML actually makes the chips. They have a monopoly on this business. They was frustrating yesterday. We went over it. Fake breakout today as well. Fake breakout through that trend line by next Friday. We have a lot of time. PIPP here. This is Biden's SPAC. I gave this guy play for free when it was back here. 1025. I bought equity and I'm holding it today. Highest close in. Starbucks here. Starbucks, I took it just because it was such a tight wedge. It looked like it was bound to break out. We got Amazon news at the end of the day. These lottos are up over 100%. And let's see follow through tomorrow. We close right within the wedge, but we close at the top of the wedge. So let's see if we can get some volume and a push tomorrow on Starbucks. It's just super tight. The body of these candles are so tight, and it needs to make an explosive move one way or the other. And again, I'm sorry guys if it is lag on there. And thank you guys for attending. If you missed Amazon, don't FOMO. If you missed Tesla, don't FOMO. If you miss any stock, don't chase it. Just wait for it. Right here, it tried multiple times. I got through it, but it couldn't hold above it. So it just kept coming back down below 324, and we closed below it. So over 324, Nvidia is in play. Other than that, it's just consolidating. Very strong stock long term. I still have equity. I'm still holding it all. And Alibaba just absolutely destroyed on earnings. They look like shit. Everything looks like shit. Sold. Big sell volume. They missed earnings. Big gap now. And I do not recommend going long on Baba here. I do not recommend going short because we're very oversold. I do not recommend going long. I think we just dance around in this range. Just like last time when we got smashed last earnings. Right here, we just kind of went sideways for like 3 weeks, a little pop, and then back sideways for another 4 weeks. So Baba right now is a no-touch stock in my opinion. If you have equity, I would just hold it long term. I wouldn't even add at these levels yet. I need confirmation, and confirmation would be it getting back above the earnings day high. Other than that, I'm not touching Baba. I don't recommend anyone else. It doesn't look good. Other than that, thank you guys for attending. I'll see you tomorrow.